Yeah. Lord, you know me. I ain't no saint. Try doing right. Seems I can't. Yeah.
None like a 66er, rolling on the glide, murdered out Harley, 124.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to say thank you to all of those people who are subscribing. You know, we got the road to 1,000 subscribers mission going on right now, and we picked up some people in the past few days, so I'm glad to make that announcement. Glad that those people have come into the community. Let's keep building. Let's make that mission a reality. I'm right here on the 405 freeway. I'm going to meet up with some brothers. We're going to, smoke a couple cigars and talk a little bit about Jesus and our lives and some different things. I know in one of my videos, somebody made a comment about me splitting lanes. I know in a lot of states, lane filtering is illegal, but here in California, it is legal. The rules regarding that are not perfectly defined, so some of it is a little bit ambiguous, but it works for us because it's a little hot out here. If you have to sit in traffic, it could be a problem. Bikes overheat, you start burning yourself, it becomes an issue. So they allow us to do it here, and I do it all the time, probably every day. So you can watch me, and hopefully I don't hit anything. But I wanted to talk about why people quit clubs, or not quit clubs, but quit my club. The top 10 reasons I've found for people who don't stick around and don't maintain the commitment, whether it's through prospecting or as a patch member. I don't count people that were hang-arounds or just people who express some interest, but I'm talking about someone who put on any patch, the first bottom rocker all the way through. So I'm going to give you that list, and at the end of this video, I'm going to play you one of my new songs called I Ain't No Saint, a little bit about my life in music form. So check it out. I hope you stick through to the end of the video. Watching more of the video also helps too. We get those watch hours, those views, click-throughs, and I'm trying to get this promoted in any way I can. So stick through and check it out. But the top 10 reasons why most people quit my club, the number one reason, I think, I'm going to say number one, number two, these two kind of flip back and forth. First, I'm going to say my wife doesn't like me being in the club. When guys come to us, we ask them explicitly in the very beginning, how's your wife feel about this? And most of the time they're like, oh, my wife is cool with it. She wants me to be able to do something, or she supports everything I love. My wife is always in my corner. She backs me on all the things I like to do. Or you get the guy who has the biggest balls in the neighborhood, tells you, I do what I want to do. My wife doesn't rule me. You say, okay. All right. So you bring them on board. They go through the prospecting process. They make it through that, and they become a member of the club. And you go on for a while, and at some point, I guess, I don't know if they don't like what's going on or how things are going for them specifically, but they come to you and they say, brother, I'm starting to have problems at home. My wife doesn't like me being in the club. She thinks I'm spending too much time with the club, or she doesn't like what the club is about or what the club stands for. So I'm going to have to step back. I'm going to have to let the club go. I never argue with anybody. I never try to convince them. I just let them go. Because I know that's just an excuse for something. Maybe they got their butt hurt or something like that, you know. They didn't get their way in some vote or some reason. But that's that's their excuse. My wife doesn't like me being in the club. Number 2, brother, God is leading me in a new direction. He's put it on my heart. He spoke to me. And he told me I need to step away from the club. I need to take on this new mission that he's put me on. You know, God is showing me my purpose. God is showing me the plan for my life. And right now, he tells me the club is not in that plan. And so I need to let the club go. I love the club, brother. Only God can make me leave the club. I would never leave the club for any reason. It's only because God has told me that I have to go. Yeah, this is the same guy that told you God brought him to the club. Right, so God brought him, God took him away. And I know God's not wishy-washy. God is not flaky. You know, yes, God has plans for a season, but God is not the one that told you to leave the club. Again, you probably got butthurt about something, or maybe you wanna go join some other club. You know, you've been hanging out with another group of people, so you want to abandon your mission here and go be with them, which is fine. Do it, but don't blame it on God. Just be honest about it. All right. Reason number 3, brother, this club ain't Christian enough. You know, you guys are doing all this secular stuff. You guys are out here outlaws, and you're this and you're that. We get these guys, you know, they want to be pastor or somebody. And so they start telling you you're not Christian enough. And then when they leave the club, what you see is them on Facebook hooking up with clubs that aren't Christian at all. Or you see them, you know, sitting back doing things that, you know, our club does not allow. So is it that our club is not Christian enough, or you're not Christian enough? I think it's the latter. That member was not Christian enough. So we have to recognize, again, it was just an excuse. Then you got the guy that's the other way around. The club is too Christian. You're too preachy. We don't preach. We don't demand you to be of any particular faith, denomination. Just be Christian. That's it. We don't count the days you go to church. We don't have you get a card stamped by your pastor. We don't do any of that. We don't have Bible study. And, I mean, some charters have Bible studies and things, but we don't mandate it. We don't mandate that you go to Bible study. We don't mandate that you keep a record of your prayers and who you pray for. We don't do that. You know, we don't make you go stand in the park and talk to the homeless. We don't make you do anything. Your faith is your personal relationship with Jesus Christ. So you tell us you're living this life, we take you on your word. But these guys are like, oh, you're too Christian, you're too this and that. And again, these are people who are oftentimes just making an excuse. They want to do something else. So this is their kind of God adjacent reason to leave the club. Well, reason number 5, there's no brotherhood in this club. So they come to you, they tell you, oh, brother, I'm not seeing the brotherhood. I'm not feeling the brotherhood. And most of the time, there's people that are saying they don't feel the brotherhood, they don't see the brotherhood. They're not presenting any brotherhood. They're not people who are giving up brotherhood themselves. They are the opposite of brotherhood. They're isolationists. They don't come around. They don't call anybody. They don't message anybody. They don't talk to anybody. They just show up when they have to from time to time. And a lot of times you get these guys that make excuses for that and don't come around. So they don't feel the brotherhood. You got to ask, well, what brotherhood are you putting out? What are you doing to uplift the brotherhood in this club? If you're not feeling the brotherhood, go be about the brotherhood and you'll feel it. And so those guys, again, just making excuses. Number 6, there are too many rules. Whenever you join an organization, there's rules. How can you have an organization with no rules? There's got to be some rules. Even if you say there are no rules, that's a rule. We have a rule, no rules. Right? So there's rules in everything. And our rules aren't so oppressive that you feel like you're a slave. I mean, you get the benefit of the brotherhood, the membership, you get all of this stuff that benefits your life. You get brothers who support you in all the things you do. But, there's too many rules. I don't understand. You're just, I don't know what you are. You just can't make it excuses. Oh, this one, they don't really quit, but they kind of quit. It's like a soft quit or quiet quitting. They start politicking. They start trying to, run from charter to charter, spreading information and, backbiting and all this kind of stuff. And they just end up kind of having to step out because they've created a situation where they can't be trusted. They can't do the things they need to do. No one wants to be around them because they're not trustworthy and they talk trash about you behind your back. We got the people who say, oh, it's too much riding. Just in my last video with the hang around, who came to me telling me he went to this club, that club, and none of them like to ride. And he's a rider. He rides all the time and he really likes to be on his bike. And then I take him out twice. And both times he's a disappointment. Both times the dude can't ride. He couldn't hang with a girl. He couldn't hang with just me. He couldn't hang with but he's a rider. And so we get those guys, oh, you guys ride too much. I need to step away. That hang around told me that morning, well, he was prospecting at that point. He told me, oh, hey, you guys, I wasn't built for this riding, so I'm gonna have to step back. Hey, at least you're honest with him. Number 9, my work schedule doesn't allow me to participate. In situations like that, I gotta say, that's soft quitting. That's soft quit, because if you love the club, you're gonna make some way for yourself to be involved in the club. You're not at work 24/7. There's times when you're not at work. There's times where you got free time from your family, from things that you have to do, that you could be involved with the club, but you don't want to. So you use work as an excuse. Use work as an excuse not to show up for different activities, for runs and all these kinds of things. And you just sit back. But you want the praise of being in the club. You want to be able to flex and throw your patch on your back from time to time. But you don't actually want to be in the club. You just kind of quietly quitting the club, blaming it on your work. Then, believe it or not, we had a guy once who quit the club because, and you gotta respect it. I don't like it, but you gotta respect it. He wanted to get high. He said, I love to get high. I love to get high, and I don't mean smoking weed. He loved to get high on all that good stuff. And so he left his family, turned in his patch, and hit the park. The park in the streets became his home. And he just went on a mission. And the brother was a cool dude, man. And I was sad to see him make that decision, but what can you do? The guy knows himself. He knows what he wants. So those are the 10 reasons. Let me know if you have some other reasons you may have heard. People wanting to leave a club. Throw those in the chat down below. All right, y'all. So let me know what you think about these excuses. Top 10 excuses. Now let's get to the music. I ain't no
World
saint.
premiere.
Yeah. Lord, you know me. I ain't no saint. Try doing right.
Seems I can't.
Yeah. 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 Wake up every day with a battle in my head. Lay there fighting demons, can't get out the bed. Paul said, we not fighting against flesh. I don't believe it cause my body is a mess. I ain't never been no saint, my heart is cold. I'm still holding the knife that stabbed my soul. Death on my mind, blood-stained hands. Desperate for redemption, this can't be God's plan. Wish I was perfect, wish I never failed. Born into the world like I'm straight out of hell. Had mama's deep love and the beatings to prove it. Kicked out the path for a dudes to slide through it. Dad was my hero, showed me how to stand. Said laying down the pipe is how you become a man. And I was thankful for the coochie woman's touch ain't always hurt. So I chase like a dog every cat in the skirt. I ain't no saint, I sin all the time. Tryna walk with God through the dead of the night. Some days I win, some days I fall, but I get back up when I hear that call. Like a fly to shit, I just can't quit. When my sin live, the road's hella slick. So I'm rolling in mud, you for it off, something to fix. Wrestling with God when he touched my hips. I know my flaws, I know my ways. Know every mistake from my younger days. Pride in my chest, temptation in my face. Sometimes I run fast and I still lose the race. But grace keeps knocking, even I shut that door. Mercy keeps coming, knowing I can't take no more. I don't deserve his love, still he gave me more. Gifted another sunrise, ain't meant to be no choice. And it's stuck on repeat, that's part of my grind. Carrying deep wounds from sins buried inside. I can't blame my past for the shit that I do, but all my life been guided by sin's rules. I just wanted love, wanted somebody to stay, wanted somebody to show me a better way. So I carry that hope while I learn how to grow. And I pray every day that God shows me the road. No saint, I sin all the time, trying to walk with God through the dead of the night. Some days I win, some days I fall, but I get back up when I hear that call. Like a fly to shit, I just can't quit. When my sin lit, the road hella slick. Now I'm rolling in mud, euphoric off some fix. My ass on the ground, needing God to get up from me. Fall 7 times, get up 8. I ain't letting my past determine my fate. Count it all joy when the hard times hit. Every scar on my soul got a lesson in it. I ain't gotta fake like I'm stronger than steel. You know every wound, you know how I feel when my knees get weak. Lord, hold me tight when I lose my weight. Put me back on the right. I ain't no saint, never said I was. Still got dirt on me,
Still got scars.
but I'm fighting, still praying,
Still trying.
still here.
Some days I win,
Some days I lose,
but I won't quit.
Lord, forgive me.
I gotta make it through.
And when I reach the end, I'll count it all joy.
Yeah, I ain't no saint.
But I'm still fighting.